Okay, now it's working. So his girlfriend, Adam Jensen's girlfriend, Megan Reed, should be here. And now I think we are pretty okay. So we kind of were nerfed in a big time.
How do you know?
Walter told me you saw him talking to the Queen.
I'm sure she was probably barking orders at him again. Looks like this show is packed with A-listers now. Question is, who's headlining?
Things would be a lot easier if Darrow was still around. Anyway, I better get back to storage in case he decides to spring a surprise inspection on me.
Someone
Over there! My truck!
Stop!
Forgot.
Don't move, asshole! I know you're still here. Acquiring target. I need a visual.
Yeah, that's so for
Still here. Find him.
that's for for the sneaky mission. We are not going to sneak through here now.
You hear? Footstep. Take him out!
He's invisible as well.
Flank him! Lost the target!
Two heavy gunners.
What? You...
Come back here.
Let's hack this. Hack the world. Although I think the correct phrase was hack the planet. And that's from the movie called Hackers. 80s movie. Hacking movie. Where they actually can use actually this device on this. So it's hacking it for me. Since I had some of those, I was like, okay, so there's robots. There's always something you can use. Level 2. Not really great.
Access grant.
You must have done something, Jensen. 4 of our GPL signals just popped up, including yours. Koss, Colvin, Faraday. I'm not picking up Dr. Reed.
Send me the coordinates you do have. And Pritchard, tell Sarif.
I can't. While you were incommunicado, Mr. Darrow invited him, Bill Taggart, and the UN delegates to Panchea. They're halfway to the Arctic by now.
Great.
Great. that looks like a scientist. Didn't hear anything.
Adam? Adam Jensen?
Oh yeah, they
Good
know him.
grief, lad. What the blazes happened to you?
I made the mistake of surviving. I'm here to get you out, Dr. Faraday.
I told Vasily that Seraph wouldn't stop looking.
Sevchenko's dead, Dr. Faraday. I'm sorry.
I figured as much. One day he was just gone, and they wouldn't say why. We were all afraid, so we just kept to the work. They forced me to create a signal pattern that could broadcast software upgrades directly into a person's implanted circuitry.
Upgrades? That do what?
Whatever instructions have been encoded into them. They said it was to improve efficiency at clinics, but that wouldn't be the only application. Far from it.
Really? What about Dr. Reed? Her GPL signal isn't broadcasting. Do you know where she is?
In the secured zone. You'll never get in there. Too many guards.
A distraction might encourage them to leave the area. Say, an incident in one of the labs.
A bold plan, my boy. But one small incident would never be enough.
No, you're right. But 3 simultaneous accidents might.
I like your style, son. And it just might work if you can get Nia and Eric to agree. But timing them to occur at once, that will be the trick.
I'll worry about the timing. For now, sit tight and wait for my signal.
There's one thing you're forgetting, lad. They can track our GPL signals.
I thought as much. But we have no choice.
There may be something. Vasily wanted to upload a virus onto their security network, disable their GPL protocols. Eric or Nia might know more about it.
Huh.
I'm still looking for Dr. Koss. I don't suppose you could point me in the right direction.
Eric showed an amazing bit of courage a few weeks back. Slipped a note into one of the project reports, telling me they've got him locked inside a lab on the 3rd floor of the Microgen building. I suspect, though, they'll have cameras and other security devices protecting it. You'll have to be on your guard, son.
Any idea who's behind this, Doc? The kidnapping, the facility?
Not really. Remarkable, considering I've been here 6 months. You would have thought someone would let something slip. But if it doesn't have to do with the research, you don't get a word out of them.
Sounds like the guards are well trained. But what kind of threats were needed to stop the other researchers from talking?
Well, there were threats early on just to get us to work. Of course, Vasily saw right through that. Kept saying they needed us. I suppose in his case, the risk outstripped the return at some point. Damn them.
Dr. Sevchenko probably knew the risks and accepted them.
That he did. Go on, lad. Let's put this plan of yours into action. It's time to teach these wankers a lesson.
Have you seen Nia Colvin lately? I haven't found her yet.
They've done a good job keeping us all separated, but I suspect she'll be in the Microgen building. There's a skywalk connecting the 2 buildings. If you can find it, you won't have to go back outside.
Gotcha. Just be ready. When you feel your GPL vibrate, set off that distraction.
Understood, lad. But do be careful.
Okay, so he's not important. civilian. Putting them to sleep because I don't want them to alert any more guards. So I can hack this. I actually should hack this. Come on.
Access granted.
Oh no, more civilians.
What do you want? I told you people not to barge in here. Wasn't the new biochip design enough?
Dr. Koss, I'm here to get you out.
Okay.
Jensen? From Sarif? But we were
Okay, what's wrong?
told we'd been written off.
Not exactly.
Listen, Jensen. They forced me to work for them. I didn't want to create the new biochip, especially since it was based on Sarif's research, but they didn't give me a choice.
No one doubts your loyalty, Dr. Koss. Do you know what they plan to do with this new biochip?
I'm not sure. They said something about having Tai Young Medical produce it and distribute it through Lim, but I can't be sure.
I know, and I'm here to bring you all back. But to reach Megan, I need you, Colvin, and Faraday to stage lab accidents as a distraction, simultaneously.
Isn't that a little risky? Besides, how will we coordinate these accidents? It's impossible.
Maybe not. But it's that or staying here and eventually ending up like Dr. Sevchenko.
They killed him, didn't they?
He's pulling right strings.
He kept provoking them, coming up with these wild escape plans. They try to keep us apart as much as possible now. All right, Mr. Jensen. I'm with you. What's our next move?
We need to disable their GPL tracker. I know Dr. Sevchenko was working on something.
Yes, a virus program. We all thought it was too risky considering we had nowhere to go. But I don't have
Would
it.
you like to put
You'd better
virus
check
in
with
your
Nina
head?
or Declan.
Dr. Koss, the biochip you mentioned was based on Sarif studies?
Yes, I believe so. At first I thought it was merely convergent research, but I've worked with Dr. Reed long enough to recognize her handiwork. Besides, I had been working on something similar back in Detroit.
And your knowledge of it made you invaluable here.
At least to a certain extent, it probably helped us all stay alive. But now with Dr. Shevchenko, I guess we've all become expendable. Except for Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Why do you say that?
It's more of a general feeling, I guess. Back in Detroit, we all realized that we were on the verge of something groundbreaking. And here, well, everyone seems to view her research as crucial in some way.
That might explain why she's being held in a secured area.
Possibly. I'm just glad we're going home. It's kind of hard to believe.
I haven't been able to locate Dr. Colvin yet. Any idea where she might be?
Yes, I think. For a while, Nia used to work on this floor, but she can be rather headstrong. And I think the guards were afraid she'd try to talk to me. They moved her to a more isolated lab on the second floor of the building. I'm sure it's locked, though. So you'll have to find another way in.
Sit tight, Dr. Koss. When you feel a vibration from your GPL, set
Or
off
Lite.
that distraction. That'll be the signal.
I will. Good luck, Mr. Jensen. And hurry.
Alright. So, escape plan is coming together.
Get the hell out! This lab is off limits to you people.
Nice to see you too, Dr. Colvin.
What? Wait a second. I know you. You were Sarif's security guy. Way to protect our asses.
Hey, check the attitude, Doc. I nearly died trying to save you.
Oh, and now you're here to take me back. Well, maybe I don't want to go. Maybe I've got more here than I ever had at Seraph.
Would Vasily
Doubtful.
Sevchenko agree with that? They executed him and dumped his body in a ditch.
That's not true.
Believe it. Unless these murderers have you so brainwashed, you don't mind building their toys.
It wasn't a toy. It was a software upgrade that limits functionalities in a biochip. They told me it was for crowd control. Is Vasily really dead? You saw the body?
What was left of it?
Oh my god. I should have listened to him.
Dr. Colvin, if we can distract the guards, I may be able to reach Megan. Some staged incidents in the labs would do it. I've spoken with the others.
Declan and Eric. Of course. Interesting idea, Mr. Jensen. Ambitious, but risky. The timing will be critical.
I'll coordinate the attack. But you understand that this could all backfire.
I'm no shrinking violet, Mr. Jensen, but there may be another issue.
What
The
kind of
GPL, I
issue?
know. I don't suppose you have a copy of Dr. Sevchenko's viral program.
I see the others
Exactly.
filled you in. Here. Upload it to the central security computer, and it'll scramble the scanners. They won't be able to track us.
This compound is pretty big, Doc. Where exactly do I find the security computer?
There's a tunnel near the back of the compound. I believe it will take you to the machine. At least that's what Vasily said.
Dr. Colvin, I need to know I can trust you. You seemed pretty happy to be here until I told you about Dr. Sevchenko.
It's been 6 months, Mr. Jensen. Not long for you, perhaps, but how long can a person live in constant fear? Once they took us out of isolation, it just seemed easier to concentrate on the work.
Did all of you feel that way?
Vasily didn't. Maybe not Declan either, but the work we do here, the discussions, and the theories. I thought Seraph's projects were far-reaching, but the experiments I've seen going on here, it's the kind of stuff DARPA dreams up every day.
Only without governmental oversight keeping you in line.
I suppose I'm just a typical scientist to you, right, Mr. Jensen? Blindly pushing boundaries?
Yep.
No care for who's footing the bill or how our discoveries get made?
Pretty much.
We all have to live with ourselves at the end of the day, Dr. Colvin.
You're right, of course. But were things so different in Detroit? We all know where those Seraph contracts came from, don't we? You asked me if you could trust me. You can. But you better get on with this.
Perfect. For now, just stay put. Once I upload the virus, it'll be time to act. I'll signal you. Your GPL will vibrate.
I'll be ready.
Disk reader. Upload. Ghost and
Pritchard, are you still tracking the
operator.
scientists?
Of course.
Simulate feedback along that route. Make it strong enough to vibrate their implants. They have to feel it.
A signal, eh? Not bad, Jensen. I'm sending it now.
Boom.
Take him out!
Hostile on the...
Well, that was accident. Second time I'm actually playing this, and last time that was years ago, but so far okay. Creepy mannequins.
Your tenacity, Adam Jensen, is really quite irritating.
Okay,
We'd like you to stop now.
I'm afraid I can't, Sal. You see, I figured it out. I know what you and your conspiracy buddies are planning.
Do you? How clever.
A new biochip. A software upgrade that limits what augmentations can do. You're creating a kill switch. You kidnapped Megan Reed's team to do it, and you're seizing control of the market to ensure it gets distributed. All because you're afraid of people like me. Augmented people. with the power to resist you.
No one's afraid of you, Mr. Jensen. All your blundering around and childish interference hasn't stopped a thing. Tell me, have you been to a limb clinic lately?
Ouch.
No!
Oh, yes, Mr. Jensen. You figured out our plans, but not soon enough. Dispose of him, Namir.
He was flexing.
You should have stayed dead, Jensen.
Boss fight.
I'm right over here.
Mikähän ongelma on? Ouch. Prossu integroituu näyttöohjeisongelma.
Even when I heard that you live, I... Do you realize how hopeless this is? You... I knew... I thought you would be more difficult than this.
Okay, now we got him. Too many hits in the head, I think. Surprising but true.
Not until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
Is he going to explode? Okay. So that was the fight. Surprisingly fast, actually, when you just aim his head. Yeah, I was surprised. So I have a huge amount of combat rifle ammo. One plasma rifle and, well...
Jaren, is that you?
No.
Not exactly.
Santa Claus.
Adam? Oh my god, Adam! It's you.
Yay!
You're hurt. What happened?
What happened to you? I risked my life for you, Megan. I came halfway around the world, and for what?
It's not what you think.
Are you part of this?
No! No, Adam, I swear it! The kidnapping was real. The attack on Seraph Industries, they came after me. They wanted my research.
And when did you decide they could have it?
It didn't happen like that. I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I couldn't! And then David said we had to use it. We owed it to mankind.
David?
Sounds like a boss.
What are you talking about?
My great discovery. The genetic framework I found that makes it easier for living tissue to bond with implants. I found it. In you, Adam.
Yep.
I used your DNA.
Vital form.
I wanted to tell you.
That's how he's Adam.
But David convinced me what it could mean for mankind. How much better off we could all be. It took Hugh to make me see how wrong I was.
Hugh?
Huge biblical references in Deus Ex
After Namir brought
series.
us here.
Richard! Patch me into Sarif, now!
Adam, please! He was only pretending to work with Tai Young and the others. He found out what they were planning to do and told them he would help. But only to make sure they never succeeded. Their control signal won't work.
But it does work, Megan. Zhao damn near shut me down.
No. No, that can't be true.
Have I ever lied to you?
I'll reset your software. It'll put things right again. I've insulated your chip to prevent external signals from reaching it. It's something I developed recently using nanotechnology.
Thank you, David. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sarif here has asked me to show the world how human enhancement technology can change it. After careful deliberation, I've decided I must do exactly that. Forgive me.
So that's how cybernetics can change the world.
Oh god. He's modified the control signal. Anyone with the new biochip will be affected. Hugh never said anything about this.
I'm going back for the scientists.
No, Adam!
Inside job.
I know the complex better than you. I'll find them. There's a hangar bay through there. Get to its control room and retract the roof. Clear a path for us.
Okay. Oh, open the hangar roof. So yeah, that's never give up picture. Let's go in non-lethal. She has a white room. I don't have those kind of things in my nightstand. Maybe she keeps it here if she needs a hand. Something.
Jensen, what the hell's going on out there? Broadcast frequencies are going haywire.
Malik, is that you? Where are you?
Coming into visual range of Singapore now. Been in the air since Pritchard first pinged you.
Good timing. I'm heading for a hangar bay to open the roof. I'll need an emergency extraction.
Roger that. I'm on my way.
Okay, so everyone seems to be like affected.
Hey Jensen! Looks like you could use some help!
Yeah. Okay, that works.
I see the scientist, Jensen. I'm landing nearby. And I think Dr. Reed wants to speak to you. Hang on.
Hello? Adam? We're all fine, but you have to get to Panchaea and stop Hugh.
You and I aren't done with this, Megan.
I know how it looks, but you have to stop the broadcast. I think it's causing the new biochips to overstimulate the vagus nerve, creating terrifying hallucinations.
You mean it's driving augmented people insane?
Yes, and it's up to you to stop it. Use the Leo shuttle. It will take you to Panchaea. Good luck, Adam.
So, next thing, we need to save the world. Crazy Spec Ops. Okay, so Malik kind of killed all of these with a EMP bomb. What am I doing? Luckily it's on the hangar. Low Earth orbit shuttles. Looks like a rocket of some sort. I mean, yeah, this is technically possible, I think. But
Automated systems online. Darrow sequence 1, code 1, 1A, preset and ready to engage. Suborbital trajectory plotted. Destination Panchaea. Begin countdown, Mr. Darrow.
Begin countdown.
Code 000. Confirm 0. Countdown commencing.
futuristic way to travel around. That's pretty expensive flight ticket.
Stand by for liftoff. Electrodynamic launch assist sequence commencing.
Of course they are going to launch it with a railgun or something.
Beginning descent.
So some kind of scrammy yet shoot failure. Well, of course. I mean, why not? I really don't understand why the shoot needs to fail. But we are okay, apparently.
Jensen. Jensen, can you read me?
Barely. I've reached Panchaea, Pritchard. Any word from Sarah for the UN delegates?
Nothing. The installation went into lockdown shortly after Darrow gave his speech. I can't tell if anyone's even alive. And the signal's still broadcasting.
Meaning no one's safe till I get in there and shut it down.
You'll have to disengage the lockdown first. Look for a master control panel at the top of the tower.
Totally not my totally not my plan, but works. Since I'm now pretty much protected against elements. Let's not kill ourselves. Oh no. So electricity is offline. So now we can actually start to find our... Ouch! Let's stop going around blindly. Ah! So we are here. Which... Those both are EMP pulses. Which doesn't really bother us. please remember to save next time. We have been managing some part of the mission. I like how you can actually use the stun rifle to remove the mines. Okay, now we save. I could have sworn that this was pretty easygoing mission, but apparently not. So that's really big gun. This is the control room. I think we might have a boss fight incoming.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
Interesting bad guy.
I did what had to be done.
Control A.
20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
Interesting. Did they make a Daedalus AI from Hugh Darrow?
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
Emotional appeal doesn't work with this guy.
What you're doing is horrific. It has to stop. You can't force people to change. They have to do it on their own, or they'll end up resenting you for it. And doing it like this? My God, Darrow, it's insane.
It is not insane, Mr. Jensen. Tragic, yes. Unavoidable? No. Even as I listen to your words, I realize
Ei tietoa, että miten täällä on noi kurssit jo
has
syksyllä.
the vision to see what I've seen.
We don't know how the courses are made in next
judging but never acting.
Fall.
None of you have the moral courage to see this through to its conclusion.
Okay, back to the boss fight.
So be it.
Yeah, he's like bad guy who has like idea, but he's going totally wrong way to prove it.
right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
But they can't think that. They'll be missing the point. Don't you see? I created people like you. I made it possible for you to happen. If fate had dealt me a different hand, then perhaps neither of us would be here. Isn't it obvious how fate is now conspiring to overtake us both, to grind us beneath her wheels? We must see this through, lest people like you continue to evolve and destabilize society.
You know, I've always wondered about that leg brace of yours.
Yeah.
Why the father of augmentation doesn't have the most basic of implants. Doesn't make much sense, really. Unless he's one of the few people genetically incompatible with this technology. Huh. Gotta love the irony in that. It's the kind of irony that can tear you up inside, bit by bit, every day, until you find yourself despising what you're not.
How dare you? You think I've done all this because a fluke of nature robbed me of my chance to become a part of it? I tried everything, damn you. Everything I could think of to change. None of it worked. None of it!
So you had to fix it, didn't you? Take back control, make it like it never was.
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what have I done?
BBC Scotland
Codes, Darrow.
to radio and sleep. Okay.
You'll still
Good
be
night.
in danger. Panchea's security system, much of it is self-determining and lethal. But if you succeed, if these codes help you turn off the system and reach the broadcast center, tell the world exactly why I did it. Explain to them about the Illuminati, the biochip, Panchea. Help them understand that the technology I created will not be a future any one of us desires.
Final countdown. Iron core access. New access code. Apparently you could actually hack it, but yeah. Brave New World. It looks about like this. She seems okay. Right.
You seem relatively normal, Nishvar?
All things considered, yeah. You okay?
Thankfully, I was able to barricade myself in here when things got out of control. So, is it safe to come out now?
No. The rest of the station is still under siege. You better stay here until help comes. In the meantime, is it possible to download Praxis software here?
Yes, of course. No damage was done to the computers. See for yourself. I will remain here, where it's safe. If you need help, or get word of help, please come back.
You'll never get me!
Whose hand is that? That's not mine. Not real.
Okay, that's ours.
I have to do this.
Those red with the red accent were Sarif security.
I don't want to have to do. Fuck you!
have to do. That? Oh, that was nothing. Please, let it be nothing. What is it? What's over there?
Oh.
Stay away!
Boom.
Do it quick! I promise! I'm gonna kill you all!
Hello.
Why? Why would Hugh Darrow do such a thing?
How could Darrow turn his back on us?
There's nothing to
This
be gained by
technology was
causing
his
so
baby.
much pain and
It was
terror.
his passion that made me believe in its possibilities.
I was so scared. I heard two of them coming around the corner, tearing at each other. I just dropped to the floor.
Tell me you're here to rescue us?
Adam! Oh, thank God you came. I've got wounded here. We'll have to move them first.
We can't move anyone yet. Not until I get to the base of the station and shut down Darrow's broadcast.
What? Why?
The chaos you experienced here, it's everywhere. The Illuminati created a biochip that stops people from using enhanced abilities, and Darrow turned it into a kill switch.
Oh my God, Hugh. We gotta fix this, Adam. If people realize what's happened, if they believe augmentation technology created this chaos, they'll ban human enhancement research forever.
Not forever.
Yes, it would! Don't you see what's at stake here? Ever since man first crawled out of that ocean, we've been striving to be more than we are. Augmentation technology is just the latest, greatest step on a
boss
very
is
long
like
road.
visionary.
But we've
That
barely
can
scratched
actually
the
happen.
surface
This
of its
technology
potential. We can't
startup
let fear
bosses
stop us from
might be
continuing.
like this.
That's your belief, Sarah. Not everyone shares it.
But you do, Adam. I know it. And if we work together, we can really make a difference. We can improve the lives of everyone, but only if we fix this.
Go on.
We'd have to get a message out after you shut down Hugh's signal. Tell the world, tell them the Humanity Front did this. That their doctors created a virus that only affects augmented people.
So basically light to the
It'll
world.
give us time, son. Time to figure out how to destroy the Illuminati's biochips and move on.
And what about the people who've been hurt by this? Don't they deserve the truth?
Adam, if we want the freedom to become more than we are, we can't be blinded by a misguided morality. Some people will be left behind. It's reality. It's evolution, son.
Right.
I don't really feel like
Please, son, you have to
my
stay
boss.
with me on this.
I'll think about it.
What?
Do I know you? You don't scare me. You're not even there. Get away. Go. Let me go. Please.
Hiding.
Kill. He's gonna kill all. Get out of here. Go.
And animation was cancelled. I didn't speak with Taggart. I didn't find him. I think he was in some corner. Anyway, he would have like another option. For the ending. So basically gather our all endings.
What the hell?
So this is the AI mecha computer.
My God.
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi. Who am I? Communications web online. I feel cold. Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters. I don't remember. Drone 4 disconnected. Let me go. Processing. Oh God, please help me. I'm scared. Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Haron project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit?
Well, of course.
You mean the Illuminati's?
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone else to fill that role. Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain. Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per second. Sleep, please. Let me sleep. Incompatible master-slave chain detected. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha Pod.
The system won't recognize my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of the EEG.
I can't control Iron!
Increasing glutamate levels by 32%.
Zhao, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I can still control it! I'm in control!
Stop the signal! Security alert. Through the primary drone hatch.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
It's happening! Harry is compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocol! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen! Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time! Initiate dissipation protocol!
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
There's a... Can't shoot those.
Darrow! You betrayed them!
Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You still cannot reach me, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both failed.
Warning. Primary pod station damaged.
No! I have to not lose this. It's my right. I have worked too long to stop now. You want the glory. Is that me? No! It is all mine. I have been earning it for this.
Warning. Primary pod station failure imminent. Warning. Electrical charge approaching critical levels. Discharge imminent. Clear the area.
Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, EMP mine. Did the trick.
No! I can't! I can't take...
Well, that's painful. Unlimited power. Ouch. She's a bit toasty. And now to the ending.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the Edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. However, if you desire, I can alter Darrow's message. Conceal the creation of the biochip while putting in new content.
Content blaming the humanity front, like Sarah suggested.
The organization has already admitted to harboring terrorists. It would be easy to convince people they turn to biological warfare in a more desperate attempt to get rid of augmented people.
But why? What would that achieve?
In time, it could shift the focus of hatred onto people whose prejudices are seen as too extreme, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution as they desire. But if you want me to perform this edit for you, you must disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
So basically about endings of the video games. People were really taken back by the ending of Mass Effect 3, but here we are. We can select. Well, this would have been like the third option would have been like here. If I had like spoken with another guy. There's actually I think there were like 5 endings, but there's like now Darrow's message, Sarif's message. So how do you want to end this game? But the point is, even if I select something, the next game didn't change. It really didn't change anything. So that's a bit sad, and that's what many people forget, that this kind of choose your own ending games, there's lots of them, and not many choices you actually make at the end actually make meaningful changes to the second game, which was which I did play. So it's like select your own ending, but then again, in original Deus Ex, you had to choose the ending, but then again, it really didn't matter anything in the second Deus Ex game. So it's more like choose your own ending, or be true yourself. Not really anything meaningful. This question isn't meaningful in a matter of computer game. It's more like matter of how do you want to end your story, how do you write it in your own head, and that's why we are given ending choices. That's why I wasn't taken back as much as some for the Mass Effect 3 ending, because I knew that it really doesn't matter. It's more like it matters to me how I want to see the game end. And I think I'm going to try to expose the Illuminati.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology
well,
aside,
that's not going to happen.
to ensure that
I'm
future
not
generations
believing that.
grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice? So be it then.
Yeah, and it's
Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Took me a while, but I finally see his point. How often have we chased the dream of progress only to see it perverted? More often than not, haven't the machines we built to improve life shattered the lives of millions? And now we want to turn that dream on ourselves to fundamentally improve who we are. Experience has shown me how dangerous that can be. How many times in the Call of Duty did I almost fall into the trap of taking shortcuts, abusing my abilities or the resources at hand? I resisted. Barely at times, because I valued human lives and considerations. Can I truly despise others who fall? Technology offers us strength. Strength enables dominance, and dominance paves the way for abuse. Darrow understood this. He knew that using technology to become something more than we are risks losing our ability to love, aspire, or make moral choices. The very things that make us human. It also risks giving some men the power to make others what they choose, regardless of the cost to human dignity. The suffering Darrow inflicted is not the end of the world. It is merely the seed for change. And change never comes without pain.
Pacifist. Yes, we got the pacifist achievement. Didn't kill anyone. Didn't play as pacifist, but didn't kill anyone. And it was close because I shot the one guy with the plasma rifle at the end, but didn't hit him too bad. So yeah, I like this game. The writing is there and there. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not really great. Adam Jensen is making a leap of logic many times. So it's like not really logical at times, and I don't know why that is, but I like this. This is still working pretty well despite the age of the game. And it's raising some interesting questions that are very modern today. But then again, this wasn't as provocative as in Deus Ex, because you could actually identify all the problems that the Deus Ex original game talked about in 2001. And this wasn't as great, but it's still pretty good game in its own merit. And it's prequel, and well, second game tried to expand the story, and we could actually play the smaller game between these two Deus Ex game that was like mobile game, which worked in a similar way. But yeah, let me know what do you think. I'm going to follow the how many people are watching YouTube series and deciding what I play after that. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games, and I hope you enjoyed. I tried to make it less painful, but there were some ropes to learn once again, and I had to switch between keyboard and controller. But finally managed. Give me Deus Ex was the difficulty, and it was slightly modded with the better graphics, and takedowns didn't cost the battery. So I liked. I don't need to. Yeah, I probably shouldn't talk anymore. But yeah, great game, and I hope we see this level of storytelling in a future games. I would like to see Deus Ex continue, but they would need to actually find some fresh point of view towards this topic of meta-humanism mixed with the biblical allegory, which is Adam Jensen, J.C. Denton. There are lots of heavy biblical allegories in this game series, which are pretty clear. But yeah, I like. So anyway, good night all of you. Thanks for watching, and we are going to continue starting play to Star Trek game in a Saturday. Yes, that would be great. Anyway, I'll let the credits roll. Good night.
You worry too much, Morgan. There's nothing we can't manage given time. She's here. I have to cut this short. Keep going through the wreckage. Maybe we'll find something we can use for the Morpheus initiative. Come in. Dr. Reed. We're so pleased you decided to join us.
Where else could I go?
No regrets, my dear. As Ariadne told Theseus before he entered the Minotaur's labyrinth, always forward, never left or right. You'll be very interested in our current project. We're breaking new ground.
Yes, the nanite virus chimera is quite intriguing. I'm looking forward to seeing the hybrid project up close, Mr. Page.
And so you shall. But please, call me Bob.